On the 7th of September, 1191, amidst the turmoil of the Third Crusade, the Crusader army led by Richard I of England prepared for one of their most defining moments, the Battle of Arsuf. Fresh from the successful siege of Acre, Richard's forces aimed to seize Jaffa, a critical coastal stronghold necessary for launching an assault on Jerusalem. But Saladin, the formidable leader of the Ayyubid Sultanate, was determined to halt their advance. In August 1191, Richard began a cautious and deliberate coastal march from Acre toward Jaffa. The sea protected their right flank, thanks to the recent capture of the Egyptian fleet, while the left remained exposed to Ayyubid attacks. Remembering the crushing defeat at Hattin, where thirst and heat decimated Christian forces, Richard ensured that his men had regular access to water, and the accompanying fleet transported supplies and evacuated the wounded. To guard against sudden raids and ambushes, Richard organized his men in a compact formation. 12 cavalry regiments, each 100 strong, formed the backbone of the army. Infantry units, especially crossbowmen, protected the exposed flank, while rested soldiers rotated along the baggage train to remain effective under stress. By early September, Saladin realized that harassing skirmishes would not be enough. His full army, estimated at 25,000 and composed largely of fast-moving cavalry and archers, prepared for a major clash in the dense, wooded region near Arsuf. Richard's army of 10,000 infantry and 1,200 heavy cavalry was outnumbered. Saladin's forces attacked in waves. First Nubians and Bedouins hurled javelins and arrows, followed by swift Turkish horse archers who struck and retreated. Despite the relentless assault, Richard maintained strict discipline. He placed the Knights Templar under Robert de Sablé at the vanguard, while the Hospitallers, led by Garnier de Nablus, secured the rear. Between them marched Richard's loyal subjects, Angevins, Bretons, Poitevins, and Guy of Lusignan, the nominal king of Jerusalem. Saladin focused his attacks on the rearguard, hoping to break the Crusader line. The Hospitallers bore the brunt of this pressure. Knights fell, horses collapsed, and thirst worsened. The formation began to falter. Still, Richard resisted launching a full charge. He waited for the right moment. Unable to withstand the assault any longer, Garnier de Nablus pleaded with Richard to counterattack. Richard initially refused, holding out for the signal. 6 blasts of the trumpet, but discipline cracked. Without waiting, Baldwin Le Caron and the Hospitaller Marshal shouted, "St. George," and led a fierce charge into the Saracen lines. Their bold move forced Richard's hand. He ordered a general assault to support them. Infantry units created gaps for cavalry to pour through. French knights followed. The attack surged from the rear toward the front, transforming defense into offense. Saladin's troops, many dismounted for archery, were caught off guard. His right wing, closest to the rear guard, was hit hard. Chaos spread. Saladin's center and left crumbled under the force of the charge. According to Muslim chronicler Baha al-Din, the battle devolved into a rout. He could find only Saladin's standard and a handful of guards left standing. Richard halted briefly to regroup. He knew Saladin might still rally his cavalry. Then, in a final decisive strike, he sent his knights forward once more, driving the Ayyubid forces into the hills and forests beyond Arsuf. As night fell, the Crusaders returned to their camp at Arsuf. There, they tended to the wounded and collected spoils from the battlefield. The toll was heavy. 7,000 Muslim soldiers and 32 emirs lay dead. Richard's losses were fewer, around 700 men. Though the battle did not bring Jerusalem into Crusader hands, it marked a decisive blow against Saladin's military power. Morale soared. The Crusaders fortified their new positions and, in time, negotiated the Treaty of Jaffa. It granted Christian pilgrims safe passage to Jerusalem, even if the holy city itself remained in Muslim hands. The Battle of Arsuf endures as one of the great triumphs of medieval warfare, a testament to Richard the Lionheart's leadership, to the discipline of his men, and to the relentless struggle between two formidable civilizations vying for control of the Holy Land.